when a pope dies, the bells of Rome fall silent, and the Vatican seals its secrets. Inside the apostolic palace, the process begins not with ceremony, but with confirmation. The Camerlengo, the chamberlain of the Holy Roman Church, enters the papal bedchamber. In the past, this moment was both solemn and peculiar. The Camerlengo would gently tap the forehead of the deceased pontiff 3 times with a small silver hammer and call him by his baptismal name. If there was no response, the Pope was declared dead. Today, the ritual has softened. Medical confirmation replaces the hammer, but the symbolism lingers because it's not just death, it's the end of a reign. And then one of the more powerful symbols of that reign is ritually destroyed in full view of the cardinals and papal staff. The fisherman's ring, known as the Annulus Piscatoris, is cast in gold and engraved with St. Peter casting his net. It served as the Pope's official seal and is placed on a red velvet cushion. And in front of the Roman Curia, the Camerlengo strikes it with a silver hammer, rendering that ring unusable. The gesture marks the end of the papal authority. There's no seal, no signature, no pontiff. Next, the papal apartments are sealed with red wax. Swiss guards take position at all entry posts, and for 9 days the Catholic Church enters sede vacante, Latin for the seat is vacant. During this time, no major decisions are made, no bishops appointed, nothing is signed. The Church is on pause. Only the Camerlengo holds limited authority, maintaining daily functions, managing the Church's property, and preparing the funeral. The Pope is laid to rest in 3 coffins nested inside one another, one of cypress wood, one of lead, and a final of elm or oak. A sealed lead tube is placed inside, containing a rogito, a handwritten document summarizing the Pope's life and papacy. The funeral lasts 9 days, a tradition called Novem Dialis. Heads of state, patriarchs, and pilgrims, they gather, and then the cardinals gather. Only those under age 80, they're eligible to vote, usually numbering around 120. They enter the Sistine Chapel, and the doors are locked, literally. The word conclave comes from Latin meaning with a key. The chapel is sealed until a decision is reached. A few support staff are allowed in, but they take an oath of secrecy under penalty of latae sentientiae, excommunication, automatic without appeal. Ballots are cast on rectangular slips of paper marked eligo in summum pontificium. I elect as supreme pontiff. Each cardinal writes one name in careful script. They fold the paper twice. They walk to the altar, and the ballots are placed on a gilded plate, and then tipped into a silver chalice. 3 scrutineers count the votes aloud. A 2/3 majority is required, historically designed to prevent deadlock or factionalism. If no pope is elected, the ballots are burned with a chemical mixture, often potassium perchloride and sulfur, producing thick black smoke from the chapel chimney. If a pope is chosen, the ballots are burned clean. The smoke turns white, bells ring, and the world watches. At that moment, the elected cardinal is taken aside and asked in Latin, "Do you accept your canonical election as supreme pontiff?" If he has accepto, I accept. He chooses a new name, one that will define his papacy. The choice often signals intent. John Paul to honor his predecessors, Francis to signal humility and reform. Then he's led into the room of tears, a small antechamber behind the chapel. Many cry inside that room. The weight of the moment has broken even the sternest man by this point, and there he dresses in white. 3 cassocks, small, medium, and large. They're prepared in advance. A family of tailors who've served the Pope since 1798, the Gamarelli. They prepare these garments. He returns to the chapel. The cardinals kneel before him one by one. And then the newly chosen Pope steps onto the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. The senior deacon appears and speaks 5 ancient Latin words. Annuncio vobis gaudium magnum habemus papam. I announce to you a great joy. We have a pope. This process has existed largely unchanged since 1274, when Pope Gregory ordered the cardinals locked in until a decision was made, after a deadlock 3-year vacancy. Since then, the Church has followed this rhythm through plague, war, exile, and reform. But even with all that solemnity, there are lesser-known traditions. You see, in the Renaissance, cardinals once endured sweltering conclaves. They were so divisive that Roman citizens removed roof tiles to force a decision. In medieval times, the Church used sedia stecuraria, a bizarre marble chair with a hole in it. It was used to confirm the new pope's gender. It's a practice that's long gone now, but it reveals just how detailed the Church has been about legitimacy. And even today, there are no campaign speeches, no slogans, no television debates. Simply silence, secrecy, and smoke. And a name that might change the course of history. These are Interesting Things with JC.